Okay, folks, so we're now moving into our Lamiaceae. So the next few plants, the next, say, 7 or 8 plants are going to be a Lamiaceae family. So as you remember, right, the phyllotaxy of Lamiaceae is simple, opposite leaf arrangement, square stems. You're usually pretty much there for Lamiaceae. Okay, we've learned quite a few of them. Many herbs are in the Lamiaceae family. Typically, I would equate Lamiaceae, not always, but often in a Mediterranean, associate Lamiaceae with Mediterranean, right? So, what was the first plant we learned? Do you remember? Stachys byzantina, right? The lamb's ears. It's very much along those lines. Okay, so, and this one is no different. I learned this, and I still call it Rosmarinus officinale. However, that is incorrect as of 2017. It should be Salvia rosmarinus. Okay, so otherwise known as rosemary. And rosemary is quite possibly my favorite herb. You know, it's up there with coriander and parsley and dill and of course tropelum. Just kidding. Okay, so it's Salvia rosmarinus, or rosemary, is a semi-woody. Well, actually, I think it's a woody plant, really, but not in our climate. In the UK, I've seen it as a hedge, like almost like as we would have our boxwoods, right? And it will survive year round and makes a lovely kind of hedge. It can get leggy at the bottom, and so I think you would have seen some of the standards that we have at Cuddy's, where it's, you know, kind of a plant on a hockey stick, as you do. This is it being kind of a woody herb, the leaves, the foliage overwinters really well as dry. You know, my wife just kind of cuts it off in the fall and then leaves it out on a newspaper or on a drying rack and dries it up and then chops it up, and it's in our spice cupboard. We have pulled it up on occasion, and it's a little bit tricky. It's a very much a Mediterranean plant. It doesn't do so well on like light soil. Our garden is kind of sandy, or sorry, clay loam, and it loves it in the clay loam. It can tolerate to be dry, but not dry out, if that makes sense. And so in the fall, we will dig it up, cut it back hard, and transplant it, and it just kind of like stays in the windowsill all winter, like, okay, is this over? And then we transplant it out, and it shoots up nice long shoots that are just perfect for peeling off the fresh leaves. And I think I would put it on pancakes. It's that good, right? Great to cook with, Salvia rosmarinus. So full sun, of course, and it doesn't usually flower in the garden, so I don't ever really worry about pruning it like our parsley, or specifically coriander, to not let it go to seed. We don't really have that problem with rosmarinus. Salvia rosmarinus, Lamiaceae. Okay, lovely herb. Every one of you need to have this, even if it's just one in a little pot on a sunny windowsill. Do yourself a favor and do that. Your life will be much better after having Salvia rosmarinus with you. Okay, but overwintering it, remember, overwintering it is tricky. Dig it up, cut it back hard, and then when you water it, give it a little squirt on the leaves, and we found that helps overwinter. It doesn't mind a bit of humidity in the winter, so just a little, spritz, as my wife calls it. Okay, that is plant number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everybody. Salvia rosmarinus.